Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Schwan.
How we doing?
Fantastic. This is the Two Player Co-op Podcast, and if this is the first time you're seeing us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast, where just about every week, two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like, I don't know why it's so hard to say.
Wordle.
If you like that, make sure you like, subscribe, share. If you're on audio services around the multiverse, make sure you leave a 5-star review and make Dustin Starr proud. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop, just like our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, and Verton Slayton did, as well as our affiliate, James Solar. If you like merch, specifically two-player co-op merch, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop. Did I say patreon.com/stores?
I don't know.
Well, don't go there. It's not a thing. You can sell merch on
have.
Patreon, but whatever. It's not really matter. It's not really matter. We're tired.
It's not really matterful.
We're tired. We just got done watching the playoffs on Sunday night. We're going to get serious here for a second. Until we're out of this pandemic, I'm going to tell you each and every week to go ahead and wear your mask.
Earmuffs.
Hopefully we have earmuffs for all the kids downstairs. So yeah, just wear your mask. Don't be an idiot. If an idiot would do that thing and you think about doing that thing, do not do that thing.
Something like that.
I'm so glad Baker lost. Before we get into everything, Sean, there's a quote that I wanted to read this week. And I'm not going to say this verbatim because I will not remember to insert all these bleeps, and we are a PG-friendly podcast. Sean, ever since the stupid Series X was announced and then the stupid Series S, I have been saying that it's a stupid naming convention. As much as I want Xbox to succeed, the naming convention was stupid. Is that correct?
They should have just called it the Xbox.
Thank you. This comes from Josef Ferris. Why is there a colonel?
It was hidden behind Mario.
Josef Ferris, the guy who made A Way Out along with other games and said on the Game Awards, F the Oscars. He said this when he was asked about the Xbox Series naming convention. That's a bleeping confusing name. What the bleep is going on with Microsoft? They're losing it, man. What the bleep is going on? Like Series S, X, Max, Next? I mean, who knows this? Come on. Madness. Call it the Microsoft box. I did not say that. And that's it. I don't know. It's a total bleeping mess. Trust me. Even them, they're confused in their offices. What is this X, S, ... I don't know. What the bleep? He collects himself for a second. Anyways, and I just want to say, I want Xbox fans to have an awesome generation, but thank you, Josef Ferris, or Josef Ferris, however you say his name, because this naming convention is ridiculous.
It's terrible. Like, you got Sony that I think nails it. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Right.
5. Perfect. You get Nintendo, which goes the complete opposite direction. It says, we're not going to have a convention. We're going to call everyone just something different. And then Xbox just kind of tries to go somewhere in the middle. And yeah, I think it's terrible. But
Dad, I want a Series X. I want an Xbox Series X for Christmas. Dad goes to the store. I know I've said this before. Dad goes to the store. Oh, here's an Xbox One X. Calls up the wife. Hey, wife. Yes, husband. What do the kids say they want? Xbox something X. Okay, Xbox One X. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, cool. I'm going to buy that. And then they don't have a Series X. Like, yeah.
it's stupid.
It made me laugh this week, so I wanted to share it with all of y'all. So that's that. Sean, you watched a show this week.
I did.
Try and sell me on this stupid idea.
So he's talking about WandaVision.
That's great.
I won't really spoil anything, but I'm guessing anybody that really cares about it probably already watched it. It is full on. You won't like it.
No.
Because it's not people you care about.
Right.
And they go like full throttle, Charlie's Angels, into like they're just going for it. It's like a legit
Do they explain
sitcom.
anything?
They give you little
like the very
hints
beginning?
about what's going on.
Okay.
But like both of them, the first episode was like straight up like 50s
Like Leave It to Beaver stuff.
sitcom right up until like the last 5 minutes. And then something happens where all of a sudden you're like, wait, I mean, not you so much as Wanda and Vision. All of a sudden you're like, wait,
so Vision
what?
is too?
They're both, yeah. And I think it's really well done. Like I think what they're going for, they're nailing it. I'm still not entirely sure what is happening. And I don't think anybody, I guess it's somewhat based on some kind of comic
Hey, James.
arc that I guess if you know what that is, it probably makes perfect sense. I don't know what's going on. I don't really want to know what's going on. Like, I don't want to go read about what happened in the comics version.
Yeah.
Like, no, I just
At this point,
I want to let it happen. So I don't know. I'm very intrigued. I'm very confused. But it's not some big hoodwink like, oh yeah, it's just this weird like sitcom, and then oh no, it's Marvel. Like, it's a sitcom, but like I don't know. I think it's really well done. It's certainly not for everybody. You won't care about it.
Nope.
But I think it's very well done.
I hear Barkley
I
outside
do
the door,
too.
and I'm very nervous.
Could you imagine him getting in here and just
Nope. that would be
lights
hilarious.
falling,
Especially
camera
as we're
falling.
live streaming James. I don't know. Like,
James, did you watch WandaVision?
I cannot wait for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's what I care about. And I guess I somewhat care about WandaVision because it's going to open up the multiverse and whatever. We're going to get three Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3, whatever is going to happen. But yes, it's Spider-Man 3. But I don't care to watch it. I just want to be like, I feel like nothing's going to happen until the end of the series. And when it does, I'll read those spoilers and be like, oh, this is how Doctor Strange does the multiverse of madness and whatever ends up happening. Sorry.
That was probably pretty loud.
I hit the microphone. Well, I mean, the microphone stand. He said, nah. Thank you, James. Solar, my man. I'm to the point now where I want to know what happens. I'm not going to waste any time watching it. It's just, they are like the two least interesting characters in the entire MCU to me. Like when Vision in Infinity War, I was like, it's an AI that came to life, I guess, because I missed that movie. I still need to go back and watch that. I just do not care. And then Wanda's cool. Her powers are cool. I don't even know who you are. You will, or whatever she says. That was awesome. You will. Like, that was awesome, but I just don't. Just get me to March when Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes
I like it because it's an interesting concept. And I'm not just going full on Marvel fanboy here because there's a lot of Marvel stuff coming up that I do not care about.
Shang-Chi.
If this was literally just a series about Wanda and Vision and didn't have any kind of like cool aesthetic,
Yeah, okay,
I don't know that I
that's
would really care. I don't care about Shang-Chi. I don't care about what's the Immortals? Is that a thing? Is that what they're called?
Phoenix Rising.
The one with like Kumail
the New
Nanjiani
Mutants.
and he's all jacked or whatever, and it's like
White
a whole
Castle guy?
No, the guy I don't know what he's been in. He was in that movie with Batista. He was like the cab driver, maybe.
Isn't that the White Castle guy? Harold and Kumar? No. Okay, I have
Kumail, but that one I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I don't really care about Ms. Marvel. I don't really care about what else is there? There's so much stuff coming that I'm like, I don't
there's
care.
two things I care about. The Black Widow movie, whenever it finally comes out, I guess May, supposedly.
Yep.
And then Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is coming out first. And by the way, Chris Evans, when everybody's saying, oh, he's back, he tweeted and he just went, news to me.
Yeah.
So
I don't buy that yet.
Like Ernie the Bird Without Fear said, let's just keep our expectations in check. Now, I did see somebody tweet something, and I was like, we talked about this, and this is how it could work. 6 episode, 8 episode, 12, whatever, Disney Plus show where it's Cap taking the stones back.
Yes.
That, spoiler alert, I do not even care. Like, if you care anything about the MCU, you know what happened, whatever. That could work. To see what Cap did to take the stones back, that could actually work. That I'm here for. I don't really care about a prequel at this point because we know everything that happens, and he had such a perfect ending in Endgame.
But plus, if they're going to go full on multiverse here, then everything is up for grabs. Like you can just have another multiverse where he never went back. He's still just Captain America. Like
Kumail
Nanjiani
was in The Big Stick and Stuber, which was
the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
So that's not White Castle?
No.
I mean, I know it's not the White Castle movie, but you know what I mean.
No, that's not him.
What was the guy that worked for Obama? It was Kamal something.
No, Cal Penn.
Oh,
Unless
Cal Penn.
that's the other one.
No, you're right. It was Cal Penn.
It was. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I don't remember the other guy's name. Harold. Or wait. I think it's
character's
Harold.
name.
Yeah, no, but
Harold
I'm trying to
and
think
Kumar
of.
go to White Castle.
But I can't remember which one was which in that movie. I think Harold is the one who I don't remember.
I never saw it.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, please now.
I'm excited for Captain America, or I mean,
yes, also that. Yes.
I'm excited for Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, maybe depending on
Loki. I'm excited. For, just
that could work
because Tom Hiddleston's awesome.
Thor, I feel like Thor 4. It's just going to be like
Batman as the bad guy.
That's true, but I feel like it's just one long like. Well, here's how I feel like the movie exists just to write out Chris Hemsworth, and then Natalie Portman becomes Thor, and I'm like,
I don't like that.
I mean, it's happening.
So
I think this is the last of Chris Hemsworth.
So the original Avengers are just blipped. Because Black Widow is unless
Hawkeye's still around.
Not really, because he's making way for little Hawkeye. What's her name?
Oh, that's true. Hulk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we will never see anything like we saw the first 3 phases of the MCU. And
even whenever they bring in the X-Men,
so
it's not
little
be
to
the
get
same
excited about going forward. And maybe some like Guardians, never heard of it, ended up being awesome.
Yep.
So maybe something will kind of surprise me in these next. I mean, it's Spider-Man.
Oh my God!
I don't care, and I've never cared about Fantastic Four.
No,
like maybe
or
when the
Doom,
MCU does it,
yeah.
maybe it'll be interesting. If you somehow get the X-Men in,
but who are they going to be? Like now, I can't picture anyone else being Wolverine.
No, that's going to be tough. But like, other than Spider-Man, and maybe hopefully Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Well, just call him Captain. He's going to be Captain America.
Yeah.
And he should be, and I cannot wait.
There's like, I'm not really all that excited about anything. And Spider-Man, even after Far From Home, if there weren't all these rumors, if you still want to call them rumors, about the multiverse stuff that they're doing,
sucked.
I love Tom. What's his name?
Holland.
I knew it was H. It was like Harper.
Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston.
I love him. I think he's the perfect Spider-Man. But like, I think Far From Home was like It was like a 6 out of 10.
Yes. They wasted Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's tough. There's not a whole lot to really get excited about for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, I'm just going to read spoilers at the end and see how it ties into everything else, and then I'll go from there because I just don't care. And I forgot what I put my finger up for, so we're going to move on. Do you remember when I put it up?
It was when I started talking about how there's nothing I really cared about. I said I didn't care about Fantastic Four, and then we started talking about X-Men. No.
All right. It was not that important. Sean.
Yes.
What have you played this week?
I've played a lot of Ghost.
Did you beat it?
I did beat it.
Really?
Yes. I have not platinumed it yet.
So was Act 3 short?
It was pretty short.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot happens, but it was kind of short.
Right.
I loved it. I'm still working on the platinum. I'm at 41 hours. I would guess I've got another 3 or 4 to finish it. Like, I've done almost all of the side quests. There's one person's story arc that I've got, like, I think 3 or 4 more missions to do to finish that. And then after that, it's basically just find the rest of the haikus and the shrines and, like, that kind of stuff. So I'm getting there.
So how was the ending? No spoilers.
It was good. For a while there in Act 3, I'm like, are they going to do this? And then I won't say if they did or didn't, nor will I even say what I'm talking about. But like, it kept me
engaged.
Yeah. One thing that kind of annoys me, like, I was really into the story, like more than I thought it would. I'm like, I don't really care about like samurai. Like, it's never been my thing. I loved it. That being said, there has got to be, I mean, there's not, but there should have been a way to skip cutscenes and dialogue and stuff. Once I got to where I'm just chasing the platinum and there's all these side quests,
after
I spend
you beat the game.
so much time. Yeah, or you could do it before, but like,
well, no, right, but I'm saying when you don't care.
Once
about the story
I'm off the
anymore.
main storyline, I'm like, I don't care. Like, there's just so much talking. And like whenever you do the duels, I'm like, I don't care about who this person is, but it's wide shot. Show them. And then focus in on Jin. And then I'm gonna grab my sword really slow and then click it out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I don't need to see this
fight
20 times. Yeah. And all the dialogue, I'm like, I don't really care about who this person is and your kid is missing. Yeah, I think the Mongols took him down there. Let me follow the footprints. Like, I wish there was a way to skip. It's the dialogue for me. Like, I just don't care. And they're spending, like, every single side mission's like, talk to this person. Well, here's what happened. Yeah. I don't like it. Can you help me out?
No,
okay.
Just show me where
I don't
go.
care. Can I just jump in? So that part's dragging on a little bit. But once I'm done with these last side quests, then it's just fast travel everywhere, find everything. Yeah. Like, I shouldn't really have to talk to anybody else in this game, I think. So I would say by next weekend, I will have gotten the platinum. I would guess it'll probably be right around 45 hours.
So would you leave it at number 3? Retroactively?
Ooh. That's tough. I don't know.
Above Immortals, below Demon Souls.
It's definitely 2 or 3. It's certainly not 1, and I wouldn't move it below 3. It's either 2 or 3.
Okay.
Man, I don't know. That's tough. I have no intention. Once I'm done with it, I'll never play it again, I don't think. Demon Souls, I could see just going back someday. Like, let me play again and do what I've been talking about, where I just do a full-on like strength build. Yeah. Don't worry about magic and stuff. Like, I can almost guarantee you I'm not done with Demon Souls yet. It may be a while before I go back, but Ghost, I won't play through it again. So, although I haven't done the Legends mode. Like, I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it's 3 for that reason alone. I feel like once I'm done, I'm done. Yeah. Demon Souls, I'm done, and I still don't think I'm done. So,
does it set it up for a sequel? Like, is it obvious that they're going to make another one?
I wouldn't say it's obvious. I think
like Horizon.
There was no
pretty obvious,
right? There was no big cliffhanger.
Okay,
you could. Also, I just realized the other day that Tsushima is like a real place. I don't know what the historical accuracy of this is.
It's not very accurate.
I don't know if Koten Khan even exists.
That I don't know.
But I looked up Tsushima on the map. I'm like, holy crap, that's it.
So,
and I'm like, wait, I'm right here. Where am I? Oh, there I am on Google Maps. Like, I would be right there right now. Like, I'm like, this is cool.
Did you see this? So fans of Ghost of Tsushima have raised $260,000.
That's what I saw when I finally realized that it's
to
a real
repair
thing.
a shrine that was damaged in earthquakes.
Like Castle Canada. It's real. I mean, it's ruins now, but like it's right there where they say it is. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. I had no idea that it was an actual place, but yeah, I like it a lot. I'm looking forward to being done with the platinum. But yeah, I think I'll leave it at 3 overall.
Okay. Did you see the thing that I tagged you in from the completionist to help get you up to 40 platinums?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I bought one, but I haven't played it. I haven't played it. It was the one I saw Greg Miller talking about. Something about road.
The chicken thing?
Why did the chicken cross the road? Yeah, something like that. It was that game. I haven't even touched it yet, but I'm like...
Oh, I've got a list.
I was looking through the comments. People were like, yeah, it's a nice 15-minute platinum. $1? Sure, I'll buy it. Yeah. I haven't installed it.
Yeah.
But...
My man.
Yeah. But I'm saving that because Ghost will be number 20. I'm
I don't want to have a milestone
Chicken Run or whatever that game is to be platinum number 20. So I'm going to finish Ghost and then I'll get that.
Well, you know what I realized when we were talking about last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, resolutions and stuff. I still never went back and platinumed Metal Gear Solid 3 on my Vita.
Was that not so bad that it would keep you from doing it again?
No, because you can kind of do it in one... You can't do it in one run. Well, you can if you're smart with your save. So you have to get all the frogs. You have to go through it with no kills. You have to kill Ocelot to have a time paradox, but then you can reload an old save and whatever. Hey... No, thanks, bye. I have 17 kids. Sometimes they run into the studio. So you can...
I love Casey's like,
okay. So yeah, it can be done, and it will be done. That should be my 60th. I should go back, platinum Miles, and then just charge my Vita. Hopefully the battery still works. And then platinum Metal Gear Solid 3 for my 60th is what I should do. I'm not saying I will, but
you're at 58 right now?
Yeah.
Are you going to platinum Ghost? Are you even going to finish Ghost?
That's what I'm saying. I have no idea.
I think you should. Don't worry about the platinum because there's nothing missable.
Play through it and then clean up. Yeah.
Beat the game. Yeah. And I think just playing through it, I think you will like it more and more, and I think that'll get you to where you end up wanting to platinum it.
Yeah, I think so too.
But you need to at least finish it.
Yeah. So is that all you played this week?
Yes.
You beat a game. I beat a game. I freaking beat Demon Souls!
Ooh. I heard a
you heard
ring.
That too?
Some weird acoustics in here.
I beat... I can't believe I'm
now, where were we last week?
I still had to beat 4-2 and 4-3. Yeah, I hadn't beat 5-2, 5-3, 4-2, 4-3, 1-4.
You did all that
this
past week? Wow. Okay.
So I beat 5-2, which was... Help me, because...
The swamp.
5-2.
Your world tendency. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
So what happened was...
See what had happened.
So Sean came into my game a couple times earlier, and he's like, here, I drop you all this stuff that you could use. And he dropped me the Stones of Ephemeral Eyes. And I was like, cool. So I can use this to just be a human and get more HP, and get all my magic power back. So I was like, okay, cool. 5-2 sucks, the Swampasoro. I'm going to go through the Swampasoro, do the Swampasoro.
It sounded like you were going to say the Swampasaurus.
The Swampasaurus kicked my ass. So there's these big dudes that take so much, and I was like, fine, whatever. Okay, so I get through the first one. I get to the fog gate. I run through the swamp. I'm poisoned the whole time. I get up to here where all the mosquitoes are flying, and I'm like, magic, 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 magic. I'm killing them all. Then I get up on this narrow walkway to get over to the next fog gate, and protecting that is 2 big dudes plus a poison little dude, and they kept killing me. And I was finally like, oh, fine. You know what? I know how to fight these guys. I just got to like slash dodge. Just have one of them attack me. Slash dodge. Whatever. When I'm finally ready to tackle this and I feel like I can do it, I'm like, okay, Sean, I'm going to go do this. I go do it, and I get to the first island before you get to where the first fog gate is. I've already unlocked it, whatever. And all of a sudden I look up there and I'm like, there's a big dude and there's a phantom big dude. This is not cool. Like, okay, I don't like this. I don't know why this guy's here. So I'm going to run past them through the quote-unquote fog gate, jump into the swamp, and make my way over to the mosquitoes with the other 2 big dudes. On the way over there, I see there's a phantom that comes out and is like, whoa! And there's a big light that goes out. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? Run past her. Okay, fine, whatever. I kill the mosquito guys. 4 of them dead, whatever. And I'm going along. And then I look up, and there's the 2 big dudes plus a phantom big dude. And I'm like, I texted Sean, and I was like, I think this is where I quit because I can't do this. So what happened was, I don't think anybody really, before they play this game, unless they research it, knows how the world tendency works. What happened to me was because I had all these Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, I would get to the part before the second fog gate, before you get in the little shantytown thing, and I'd be like, okay, I made it here. I'm not poisoned anymore because I used my Red Lotus, whatever. I'm going to use my Stone of Ephemeral Eyes and be like, bro, I'm a human. And I'm going to go fight these 2 big dudes. But what happened was, whenever I would do that, I would die. And because I would die, I got to the point where the world tendency was completely dark, black, whatever you call it. And that's when I got to the point where there's just these phantoms everywhere. And I was like, Sean, help me. So finally figured out that's what was happening. Called Sean in. Sean had the wrong build. Sean got smoked, so I'm like, oh, I'm running through the swamp, and I'm just 1 hit dead. Okay. Sean gets his right build. What's happening?
Build.
I call him back. Once Sean had his right build, it was much better. He killed, like, with your homing, it was your homing soul ray, I think. Sean killed the big red phantom guy in 1 hit. I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. We avoided the phantom in the water because they don't matter. Chargers are hiring Brandon Staley. I've never heard of that guy.
I've heard of him, but I don't know who he is.
And we get up to where there's the 2 big guys plus the big phantom guy, and Sean takes him out. Then we slowly make our way through the shantytown with all these little depraved ones that come out of nowhere, and then there's another phantom big guy over there. Long story short, we slowly make our way through there. Sean gets me to the shortcut, and I'm like, all right, fine, let's just go fight the boss, whatever. The boss wasn't that bad at all. We beat him. I'm like, okay, cool. Then 5-3 was Maiden Estrella, right?
Yep.
With Garl Vinland.
Yep.
So I go to fight Garl Vinland, and I'm doing pretty well. Then he heals. I'm like, damn it. And I get aggressive, and he knocks me down. All these blood babies are like, and they kill me. I'm like, well, I'm never getting those souls back because I'm not going down there. Kill me again, go back again. I beat Garl Vinland. I go down, I killed Maiden Estrella. Boom. I didn't even kill her. I just said, I'll talk to you, and you killed yourself, whatever. Boom. So then I go back for 2, which was the island thing. What was the second? I know what 4-3 boss was. What was 4-2?
The blind guy.
The blind guy. He was super easy. I had the thief ring on. Maybe that's why
he pretty much can't see you.
Yeah.
As long as you're not running around, especially with the thief ring on, he doesn't see you.
I just locked onto him. I'd go up, slash, like double hand, boom, 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 back away when he goes, boom, I'm going to hit over here even though you're over here. Okay, boom, boom, killed him easy, fine. Then it's time for 1-4. And I'm going through 1-4 and I'm like, spoiler alert. Poor red dragon that was trying to kill me is now dead. And again, like I told Sean, there's no way these stupid archers killed that thing. There's no way. Whatever. And I get a red knight, kill him, make my way up, another red knight, kill him, kill the ninja guy, whatever, get all the way up. And then it's like, oh, there's a bigger dragon. And one of the dudes I'd saved, I think it was
So did you ever see the blue dragon before?
No.
So there's a place right before you get to the bridge in 1-1 where you first see the dragon.
Okay.
If you like see the bridge and you say nope, and you run away from the bridge and then take a right, you can go like kind of this outside the castle wall area, and both the dragons are like sitting there.
Really?
So yeah, I had forgotten that you never went over there.
No,
So you
I
didn't
never
know
saw
there
it.
was a second dragon.
Did not. Second dragon scared me, but he's kind of easy to run by. And then I get up to Old King Allant, right?
Allant.
Old King Allen. And I'm like, Allen, we gonna fight. And Allen smoked me because Sean was like, keep your distance. Whenever he does like the big tornado thing, hit him with magic, and then just keep your distance and you're good. First time I fought him, he did the tornado thing, and I was like, I'm gonna run away. And I did not run far enough, and his tornado one hit kill got me. Made my way back. He got me again. Made my way back again. I think I killed him on my third. I think it was actually my fourth try. I got to him, and I was finally like, okay, I know his attacks. When he loads up, he's going to dash at me. I can either move out of the way or I can just block it. Keep hitting him with magic, fresh spice, magic, fresh spice, boom. The little known Spice Girl was Fresh Spice.
Yes.
And I beat him. I was like, yes. And then I was like, okay. And I go back. I'm like, Sean, can I level up? I've got 150,000 souls. And you're like, yeah. No, you can't. Dang it. So then the Maiden in Black does the thing to get you to the end game. And I was like, this is so cool. And I still have so many questions. The Wikipedia page for Demon Souls, it's like 2 paragraphs. It's like, this is the story, and then it's over. I'm like,
I
need more than that, because this is so... While the game doesn't focus on the story a lot, it's so interesting to me. But anyways, I get to the end game. I'm like, okay, final boss. Here we go. I know Sean said he's kind of a pushover, but you know what? I'm going to beat him on my first try. And then I get in there and it's like, when he attacks, he goes, like that. And that. And then I'm like, okay. It was so anticlimactic. But it's kind of the point. Like the real final boss is the fake king. And when I beat him, I was like, it was almost like when it comes to one-on-one bosses, because you helped me beat
Flame Lurker.
the stupid Flame Lurker. I don't think I felt that accomplished with a one-on-one fight with a boss since Tower Knight the first time. Again, when I played him on New Game Plus, spoiler alert, I friggin' wrecked him. But like for that to be my real first boss fight, that was like, this is awesome. And also the giant manta ray thing in 4-3, I died twice, I think. And then when I looked it up afterwards, apparently there's a giant sword I could have grabbed.
That's the non-magic way to fight him.
Okay. Because I was just like, okay, I've killed all the regular ones, and now he's like, meh, and then he's like, he's got a friggin' Gatling gun of spikes. He's like, I'm like, okay, I'm behind a rock, I guess. Okay, cool. Bing, bing, bing. And it's like if I was running as fast as I could kind of keep up with him and keep peppering him. It seems like it only took like 10, 11, 12 hits, I think. With magic.
It's not much.
But yeah, beating King Allen was awesome. And I can't believe that I'm not going to get the platinum. Like I alluded to a few minutes ago, I did start New Game Plus. I beat 1-1 super easy. Although now I'm using a weapon that I can't put the pine resin on, so I can't just go up there and start hacking away at the hoplites. Took me a while and a lot of health because they're harder to beat than they were obviously in the new game, in the regular game. And then I beat that, but then I went through 1-2 without dying, and I got to Tower Knight, and I was like, you know what? I know how to fight this guy. I'm better now. I'm going to dual wield my weapon. I went up there and
Post
was like,
Malone.
you could say that I am
Better now.
Better
now.
And I just went after his Achilles, and I went after the other Achilles, and he fell down. I was like, "You're dead." And I was like, "Yeah, trophy, circuit," and I got it. And then I played 2-1, and I was like, "This is way too hard now. I'm not going to play this anymore." But I will say, like I said, I beat Demon Souls, and it's something I never thought I would or could do, and somehow I did.
I knew you could. I'm like,
I didn't know that.
well, and I figured there would probably be parts, and there were, where I'm like, if you get stuck, I can jump in and whatever. But it's not like it's that hard. And it's also the kind of game.
Bloodborne.
It's also the kind of game that as long as you're patient, you can absolutely beat it. Because you can just go grind, and just get... Even if you can't beat Flame Lurker, if you're like level 50 and you can't beat him, just go grind, get to like level 80, and then come back and whoop him.
Just save 2-2 for like...
It's just... Yeah.
I'm so happy I beat it.
Now, so one thing, not that it matters now, but just as an FYI, the world tendency stuff.
Yeah.
It goes down every time you die in body form.
Right.
However, it only actually does when you go back to the Nexus. So if you use the stone, get your body, die, use it again, get your body, die, use it again, get your body, die, use it again, get your body, die, and then you go back to the Nexus.
It only goes down like a little.
It goes down 1 death's worth. But if you use the stone, die, go to the Nexus, come back. Use the stone, die, go to the Nexus, come back. Every time you do that, it's going down. So that's probably how you got pure black.
I would go back and I would buy fresh spice from
that's
the
why.
blacksmith guy. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I beat Demon Souls. I do think my ranking of number 3 is right. I still would put Phoenix just a hair above it. Again, it's the most fun I had playing a game last year, and I really hope they still haven't actually said that the DLC is coming out on the 21st. By the way, last week I said 2 weeks from now. It was really a week from by the time you're watching it, but whatever. Supposedly it's coming out the 21st. I love that game. I feel confident that was my number 2. Demon Souls is a solid number 3.
Yeah.
And I had Last of Us number 4 for some reason.
That's still shocking to me. But
yeah, it's shocking to me. I need to go put that back at honorable mention. But yeah, Demon Souls is awesome. If you are worried about games being too difficult, just know that I suck. And I was able to do this. Like, I do think, like I said a few minutes ago, would you agree that this is easier than Bloodborne?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And again, once I started researching it after I beat it, and I was reading reviews and stuff, and I started seeing all the quality of life improvements that I didn't know, like I was talking to Sean off air, about the way they do the inventory management and the grass system and everything, and all you can have like 5 things assigned to your square button to use health or fresh spice or whatever.
Old Spice.
There's no way I could go back and play the original one, but also I don't even know that I could go back and play Bloodborne right now. The big thing is the 60 frames per second issue. I hope your prediction, again, I don't even care if it's a free upgrade at this point. I want PS5 Bloodborne. Yeah. I will pay $70 for it. I do not care, and I will beat it. Period. I will not get the platinum, but I will freaking beat it.
Bloodborne's not bad because the worst parts of it by far are the optional parts, like that you don't need to do. Demon Souls, there's like the one optional boss.
Where are optional bosses?
There's only one.
The tendency stuff?
It's in 1. It's in 1-1.
Really?
Where
you go down and the gate's locked.
No, that's like a little... There's like a kind of tough... There's like a phantom over there you can fight. But where the Red Eye Knight is...
Yeah. Oh, I finally beat him on New Game Plus.
Oh, so there's big doors right there.
Yeah.
And it says you need the mausoleum key. There's a couple things you need to do. When you open that, the boss is in there.
Okay.
And he's not that bad. But like, that's it. There's plenty of places in the levels you don't need to go to, but there's nothing really optional in the game.
Yeah.
Bloodborne, I think story-wise, like when I did my last run-through to get the last ending that I needed to get the platinum, I think there's like 6 bosses. Like you don't, like I said, you don't have to even fight
The first one?
Cleric Beast. It doesn't do anything. It just creates a shortcut there, but it doesn't open up any new paths. It's
okay.
Father Gascon. I don't even remember now. I think it's like Father Gascon, and then
I think I beat one other after him, but I can't remember. Or did I only beat
Vicar Amelia?
I didn't beat Vicar.
And then, I don't know. But yeah, I think there's like 5 or 6 bosses you need to beat, and none of them are that bad. But yeah, I think you could beat Bloodborne.
I will not be getting the platinum in Demon's Souls.
I wouldn't recommend anybody do it.
I loved my time with it. I'm actually about to just go delete it at this point because I know that I'm not good enough. I got through 2-1 and I got to the spider boss and he webbed me and he killed me in one shot and I was like, I don't need this in my life. I need to go
like I
back
told
and
you,
get
I think
miles.
you're under leveled for New
Yes.
Game Plus.
I'm like an 84, 85, something like that.
You should probably be, from what I've read, it's like
100 plus.
90 minimum.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was 100 or so. So, yeah. But I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did. I friggin' loved it. I'm glad you convinced me to get it. I'm glad you convinced me to stick with it because I was in 1-1 my first time. I was like, nope, F this. I suck.
That's how I was. The first time I played it, I'm like, man, I don't know if I get this game. And then you just stick with it and I don't know.
So yeah, like I was saying earlier, if you think you suck at video games and you don't want to play Demon's Souls, don't miss this game.
Yep.
You definitely can do it. And I feel like I can say now confidently, if you need someone to help you, just call in a Phantom KDubs24, KDUBBS24, and I will help you out because now I know what the hell I'm doing.
Except you just said you're going to delete it.
Maybe I won't. Oh, and I played Call of Duty for a little bit, and I was telling you offline, it's just not good. I don't know why I spent $60 on this stupid game.
Nah, I don't know. It's just
it's not Black Ops 1. I'm just like, bleh. I'm just like, oh no, this guy turned on the good guys. I didn't see that coming because he looks like such a good guy. I should just delete it and be done with it, but I'm like, no, I need to beat it just to beat it.
Yeah.
Just beat it. Beat it. I'll just beat it. Sean.
Yes.
For the first time in about a month or like a month and a half, we actually have news this week. LucasArts Games is bringing the heat. The first story is that somehow Ubisoft is making a Star Wars game. And this comes from StarWars.com. The Star Wars gaming galaxy is about to experience its own Big Bang. That's a little dramatic. Quote, we've got a lot of stuff we're ready to start sharing with fans. Lucasfilm Games VP Douglas Riley tells StarWars.com. Because we've been working quietly behind the scenes for a while now, waiting for this moment, end quote. And by this moment, Riley is referring to a new direction and era for Star Wars and Lucasfilm gaming overall. As Lucasfilm Games is now opening the doors to developers that want to come play in the galaxy far, far away. Quote, we're looking to work with best-in-class teams that can make great games across all of our IP. We got a team of professionals here at Lucasfilm Games who can work with the developers, shape the stories, shape the creative, shape the games to make them really resonate with fans and deliver across a breadth of platforms, genres, and experiences so that all of our fans can enjoy the IPs that they know and love, he says. So I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but here's what it breaks down to. Ubisoft Massive is making a Star Wars game. Julian Garrity is directing the game. He was the director of The Division 2 and The Crew. They are using the Snowdrop game engine, which is what was used in The Division 2. So before we get to the rest of this, we have a question from James Solar. He writes in and says, news recently broke that Ubisoft is making a, quote, story-driven open-world Star Wars game. I know you both liked Immortals. We loved it, James. But I'm not sure how much experience you have with other Ubisoft games. What other Ubisoft games have you played, and what did you think? Do you think this is a good investment for Disney? Do you think Ubisoft will deliver? James Solar.
So I was thinking about that not too long ago for some reason. I don't remember what made me think of it, but there was a period there, and less so now, but I realized there were very few games, at least that I would buy. Now, PS Plus is a different animal, but like, I pretty much only bought for a while. Either, well, you like first party studio, like like Last of Us, God of War, Horizon, like all these games. Like I don't really branch out that often, and when I do, it's usually like to mixed results. I'm like, I trust the first party studios. The rest of them, I don't know. The first one I think in a while that I bought was, oddly enough, Fallen Order. And that game, that when I played it, I liked it, but at the same time, I'm like, this is why I don't really branch away from like first party studios a lot, because this game, it's not broken, but it was rough.
Pretty close to broken, yeah.
And so I don't know. I'm sure I've played some. There's probably games that I've played that I'm like, oh yeah, that was Ubisoft, but I haven't played many Ubisoft games. So
there was also a job list after this was announced. Job listings went up. Some of the details are as such. It will be an RPG or action adventure game with progression systems and balancing systems. It will have a reality-based narrative. It will also be linear and non-linear narrative structures. So when it comes to Ubisoft, for me, obviously I played Watch Dogs 1. I platinum Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs Legion sucked.
See, Watch Dogs, Watch Dogs 2, didn't care for.
Don't play Legion. I'm not even going to give you my disc because I wouldn't even put you through that. Immortals Phoenix Rising was one of the best games I played in the last few years. I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I thought it was good, but it got to the point where once I got to where I could do the sailing stuff, it was just like there's too much. I'm looking at the map. It reminded me of Witcher 3. There's way too much going on in this map. And some people might play Phoenix Rising and think the same thing, but I guess it was like Phoenix Rising was so much fun for me to play that I never looked at the map and was like, oh my God, there's so many icons. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising never seemed very
I'm going to do every
daunting,
quest, every side quest. I might not do all the vaults and stuff, but like I'm excited for this. But so I played the beta of The Division. I never played Division 2. The fact that this is being made on the Snowdrop engine, which was made for Division 2, and the director of the Division 2 and the crew, multiplayer-centric games, the fact that they're saying that this is a story-driven open-world Star Wars game, I don't know how much of that I guess I buy it, but I don't know that it's going to be the open-world story-driven Star Wars game that I want. Clearly, at least, now I could be wrong, Guerrilla made Killzone forever, and then they made Horizon. So studios can pivot, but the fact that this is by the guy who directed Division 2 and the engine that made the Division 2, this is not going to be lightsabers. I don't think there's any way. This is going to be blasters, which is fine, but I just worry that this feels like the Avengers happening all over again.
I'm hopeful, but I'm not. I'm keeping my expectations in check, but I hope it's good. My one concern I have with I feel like Star Wars open world is tough to do because
it's
so
an open
much
galaxy.
Yeah, so much of it is like planet hopping. And that's fine if you do that. You can do several planets and have it be open world.
Pretty well,
yeah, but then it's like, here's this whole planet. It's open world, but you go to this little area on the planet, and that's it. You're not going to have the whole planet. I think you either need to stay on one planet and have it be a huge map, which I feel like if you're on one planet the whole time, that doesn't really feel like Star Wars to me. Or it's multiple planets, but if it's multiple planets, it's not going to be huge maps on all of them. It's going to be like little pieces.
It'll be like Fallen Order.
Yeah. So I don't know. That just seems a little weird to me. I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be Jedi. It's not going to be lightsabers and stuff, which, I mean, that's
it doesn't
fine.
have to
It's
be
not
like,
what I want.
like
but
Ragtag. If Ragtag would have got made, Amy Hennig's game, from the little glimpse we saw, that wasn't going to be Jedis. It was going to be, what's it called? What's the S word? Scallywags. What's the word?
Scoundrels?
No, not scoundrels, but they're like they're what was Han Solo?
Scoundrel?
Yeah, I know, but what did he do?
Space pirates?
Not space pirates.
I'm trying to think of other S words.
Didn't he smuggler? That's what I meant.
Smuggler. Okay.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Smuggling and stuff. But James Solar writes in and says, "Why can't the map zoom in more in Immortals? I'm about to walk up to my dang TV."
That drives me nuts.
But I
don't like that I have a 65-inch TV and I feel like it's not big enough. Because there are some times where I'm like, I can't. It's not so much text anymore. It's usually maps and things like that I'm like, and I have to like get up out of my couch and like, I'm trying to think of what I was playing.
Probably Ghost.
No, it was before Ghost. Maybe it was Immortals, but I don't know what it would have been. Maybe it was when I was looking for specific things on the map. I don't know. But there's like, all of a sudden I'm like, I've got this 65-inch, nice OLED, 4K TV, and I feel like I'm like, no, it's not big enough. And it's ridiculous.
Hashtag Team Old.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, you're probably right.
Yeah, I am. Also, so EA is not done making Star Wars games, so I assume we're still getting Jedi Fallen Order 2. Their exclusivity does run out in 2023, so I will say, obviously, whatever this game is, it's going to come out in late 23 or early 24. I think it's weird that Star Wars was just like, or Lucasfilm was just like, hey, we're making a new game. We know we still got an exclusivity deal, but like, hey, this game's coming out and it's from Ubisoft and it's going to be awesome. They can't be happy with EA. Like,
I'm
made
sure
2 Battlefront games to middling results. Jedi Fallen Order, most people liked it more than I did. And then there was, what's it called? The Squadrons, which most people that played it really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So they're not ending any partnership with EA. EA will continue to make games. Like I said, we're going to get Jedi Fallen Order 2, whatever it's going to be. Jedi, Fallen Order, 2, whatever it's going to be.
The Michael Scott story.
With Dwight Schrute. So I don't know. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess is what I would say here.
I've never understood why, and it's not Star Wars exclusive, but when you have these IPs like Star Wars, like Avengers, or just Marvel in general, I'm sure there's other, like Lord of the Rings. Well, some people really like some of those games, at least one of them. I don't understand why it's so hard to make a good game in these universes. I know some people loved Avengers. I thought it was honestly just not good at all to me. Star Wars probably more than anything. Obviously, Spider-Man was great, but like everything seems so hit or miss, and like it should not be that difficult to make a good like a traditional Star Wars game, not a flying like pew 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 like Star Wars arcade and like
Super Star Wars and all that.
I'm just looking at this.
I really like Fallen Order. James Solar says it was my game of the year for 2019. I started Squadrons but never went back to it.
I think there's a good game that I think Cal Kestis was just kind of a doofus. I don't know. He just seemed like a weird character to me.
I think there was the Joker. From Gotham.
I think there was a good game.
Spoiler alert.
In there, it just, I don't know.
They were trying to be a Soulsborne game without the precision combat that kind of game needs.
I think Jedi Fallen Order 2
is going to be awesome.
Could be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Star Wars just seems like it lends itself to the world of video games so easily that these should just be slam dunks, and I feel like they pretty much never are. But yeah.
Well, like I said, it was a big week for Lucasfilm Games because they also announced a freaking Indiana Jones game coming from Bethesda. And this also comes from StarWars.com. Indiana Jones, we always knew someday you'd come walking through our door. In major news for fans of the cinematic icon, Lucasfilm Games announced today that a new Indiana Jones game will be swinging our way, being developed by the award-winning studio MachineGames and executive produced by game industry icon Todd Howard of Bethesda Game Studios. The game will tell a wholly original standalone tale set at the height of the career of the famed adventurer. While few details surrounding the indie game have been revealed, Bethesda Softworks released a cryptic teaser that may hold some clues. Welcome back, Indy. It's been too long. So this just came out of nowhere, and Wario tweeted it, and I was like, is this what I think it is? And then as I'm watching this teaser, I see the hat move with the whip, and I'm like, oh my God. And as I saw it move, then I saw another tweet pop up that like, oh, Wario says that Bethesda's making Indiana Jones game. And I was like, what the hell is happening? Bethesda has said that Todd Howard's involvement will not affect Elder Scrolls 6 or Starfield. Again, this is being developed by MachineGames, who's really only made Wolfenstein, which is a first-person shooter. What do you think? So we've already got a George. We've got two Georges. We've got Uncharted, and we've got Tomb Raider. But the thing is, they were both... The only reason those two series exist is because...
George?
We already have a George.
Okay.
Damn it, Sean.
Okay. I'm like, oh, George. Okay.
The only reason Uncharted and Tomb Raider exist is because of Indiana Jones. And now, for the first time since, I think 2009, I heard somebody say there was an indie game that came out, and it sucked, of course. What was it called on the PC in like 97?
The Infernal Machine.
Infernal Machine.
I love that game.
So, what's your hype level for this? I actually think, and it's probably going to end up disappointing me because I have a PlayStation, not an Xbox. I think I'm more excited for this than I am for the Star Wars game. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to play this on a PS5. What do you think?
I don't know. I want it to come out on PS5. I don't know that it will. I'm certainly not expecting it to. I feel like Xbox needs this. Like, for their sake, I think they need it to be an exclusive. I don't want it to be, but I get it if it is. It would be, if it doesn't come out on PS5, it would have to blow my mind. Like, yeah, if we don't get Indiana Jones, we've gotten Uncharted.
We're probably going to get another Uncharted. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how this game could be any better than, like, Uncharted.
Yeah.
I mean, Uncharted 2 maybe, or 4 or whatever. But, like, I don't know. Drake, and I love Harrison Ford, I love Indiana Jones. But just in terms of just... Indiana Jones cannot do what Drake does.
Yeah.
He's not going to be climbing up walls and doing parkour. Like, so it's going to kind of be like Uncharted, but not quite. I don't know. Like, I feel like I definitely want to be able to play this game, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it just comes up a little disappointing anyway. But I will have some FOMO if it's an Xbox exclusive.
Especially if it's awesome. Like, again, like we said, so like MachineWorks is doing this. They've done Wolfenstein. I can't think of any world where this is a first-person shooter game. It makes no sense.
If it is, yeah.
But this reminds me again, like I said with the last topic, Guerrilla made Killzone Forever, and then they made Horizon, which is one of the top 10 games of all time. So they're talented. They made great Wolfenstein games, which are all about killing Nazis. And this is going to be about killing Nazis. And I don't know, like...
Now, will they have Harrison Ford?
That's
his
what
voice.
everybody's been talking about. I can't, like, by the time they get around to actually recording his voice, okay, I don't even want to say that. Harrison's kind of old.
You know James Earl Jones is 90?
90, yeah.
That's insane.
I think this game has the potential to be awesome. Part of me almost thinks that, like, well, there's two sides here. I think this is their answer to Spider-Man being an exclusive. But then I also think maybe Lucasfilm is like, you're not just going to keep this on Xbox.
Yeah, they may
and
not
PC.
allow. Yeah.
Disney owns Star Wars. Disney owns Indie. Disney also owns Spider-Man, though, and that is a PlayStation exclusive. So this is when I just get so confused in my head. I cannot wait for this stupid Microsoft deal with ZeniMax to be done for Bethesda so we can just figure out what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that this is being made. People have combed through the trailer, and it looks like you're going to the Vatican, and Mussolini might be involved in all this other stuff. I'm like, if this is an Xbox exclusive, I am going to have major FOMO. I'm going to predict.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Agreed.
Next up, Sean, we also got some details on something that everybody might not care about, but we do, and that is the AEW game, hopefully coming this year. The AEW console game will feature campaign, multiplayer, create a wrestler, and, quote, various other unusual modes, but won't include a GM mode, according to Executive VP of AEW, Kenny Omega, who also revealed that he joined AEW on the condition that he'd be a part of its gaming division.
That's awesome.
I love this dude so much. In an interview with IGN Japan, Omega explained that a lot of other details are still under discussion, but the console game will include a campaign mode in addition to multiplayer. He said the GM mode will not be in the console game, instead remaining unique to the mobile title AEW Elite GM, which that's my most anticipated game this year. That was facetious.
Okay. Do you remember back on like the Micron, maybe that WWF?
The text
yeah, where you
adventure,
got to, it was like, oh, Raw, let's have this person face this person.
Yeah. That was like my dream. I was like, I get to be a GM.
Game.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
He said that the team are aiming for a 2021 release, but that is not set in stone, as the quality of the game will come before release date
Making
commitments.
sure that wasn't my car.
I don't want to rush it, so I don't want to make a promise, he said. I want the release version to be good. In just 2 years since its inception in January 2019, AEW has become a powerhouse in the world of wrestling. Omega says, quote, in America, there are a lot of fans of professional wrestling who want a game like WWF No Mercy
That, yeah.
or Virtual Pro Wrestling. And I hope that we can create something that feels like that, but something a little more speedy, something that allows for today's style, which is a little different than it was 20 years ago. Things are faster and more dynamic now. Then he goes on to talk about the counter system, and he said, like, in the N64 games, you could counter moves, but it wasn't really clear when you could do the counters and when you were successful and stuff, and they want to work on that. I am so excited for this. He also said he doesn't know how many wrestlers will be included at release. AEW just seems like it's such a product that is for the fans that even if every wrestler in AEW isn't there from the jump, they will be, and I don't think they're going to, pull a DLC and charge you to put everybody in there. I'm so excited for this. They're trying to get this out in 2021, which I hope they do, but I'm just like, everything we've heard about this from the second it was announced is like, Kenny Omega obviously loves No Mercy and all those games, and he wants to bring... I'm not saying they need to just copy and paste, and that's clearly not what they're doing, but they're trying to take the spirit of the games, the wrestling games that we freaking loved, and bring them into 2021, and it seems like they're going to do it.
I'm excited, but at the same time, even though I think the AEW product is way better than WWE at this moment, I still don't really care that much. Like,
I don't watch. Yeah.
I feel like this game needs to have a very, very in-depth character creator, and you need to be able to download. Like,
I'm
you need
sure.
to be able to have people that know what they're doing.
Create
Be like, I just
HBK.
created
Yep.
Undertaker and Austin and HBK and The Rock, whatever, and be like,
And
okay,
have them
download,
fight Cody
and basically
and
just
Omega.
turn it into
Yep.
a WWE game, backdoor ways. If you can do that,
I'm there.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's my one wish, because I don't, as much fun as it would be, and no matter what, I'm going to create myself.
Yes, of course.
But I'm like, I'd rather be fighting HBK and Austin, whatever, than, I don't know.
Nyla Rose and Jack Swagger.
Yeah, I can't even think of any. Sammy Guevara was the guy I was trying to think. Like, I just don't care.
I would like to kick him in the face, but
I would rather
yeah.
watch AEW at this point than
Yes.
WWE.
Yeah.
But I don't really care about any of them enough to be like,
They don't have
ooh,
the history
like,
and everything.
yeah, exactly.
They
So-
can't pull out legends and stuff like WWE can with their games.
I want to be able to basically turn it into a WWE game.
And
That's what I would want to do.
I hope if they do this the way they want to, then hopefully, because last year WWE skipped out on the 2K games, they made Battlegrounds or whatever it's called instead, and that game sucked. Hopefully, they're also thinking the same thing. I haven't watched wrestling. The last time I tuned into wrestling was when I was texting you. It was like, holy crap, Omega's about to win the title, and he beat Moxley, and they did the whole Impact thing. That's the first time I'd watched wrestling in forever, and now I see WrestleMania's 2 nights again this year. I'm like, I don't. Y'all aren't going to make me sign back up for the network even for 2 nights.
I saw on Twitter the other day, well, last Monday, that like Triple H was there. It's Orton versus Triple H tonight. I'm like,
And they faked out
okay.
that Alexa Bliss
Alexa
blew
Bliss
a fireball.
did a flame
like,
spray
I'm so-
to Randy Orton. I'm like, what? This is so stupid.
I feel so bad for Bray Wyatt. Like they have completely flushed the Fiend down the crapper. They have
Like, why
screwed it
do you
up.
make
It
him
is
a
such
face?
a joke.
Yeah.
I hate it. But I'm excited for this game.
Yep.
Another game I didn't know I was going to be excited for, but apparently I am now, is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser.
Blouser.
He's got a new blouse on. Bowser's Fury. So we got a couple new trailers. Bowser's Fury is an online, or what? I'm sorry, no. Some of the enhancements to 3D World. You can now play online with friends. You move a little bit faster. There's a photo mode with stamps, and there's also cat shines in Bowser's Fury. And what is Bowser's Fury? Bowser's Fury. Bowser's Fury. I'll tell you, Sean. It is a, quote, short, free-roaming adventure where you can play co-op with Bowser Jr. What it looks like, basically, is it's like one world of Odyssey. That you go around, you got to get the cat shines. And once you get all the cat shines, then the big gong unlocks. So whenever Bowser wakes up like Godzilla, you don't just have to outlast him. You can go get the big bell. You can turn into Big Cat Mario, and you can go fight Big Bowser, Big Calamity Bowser. Also, Nintendo announced a new red and blue Mario Switch. The first time the Switch has ever actually come, the actual Switch in different colors.
That seems weird, but
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
What do you think about Bowser's Fury?
It looks kind of cool, but it doesn't really make me want to get the game any more than if it was just 3D World Switch.
Again, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it. And maybe Bowser's Fury will be fun, but I don't know, whatever. I would have gotten it even if that wasn't part of it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It looks cool. I'm excited.
I'm on the fence. I've gotten every Mario game on the Switch, so I feel like I'm going to end up getting this.
I think you will.
But we've already kind of played through 3D World.
Most of it.
We didn't know about the whole treasure tracker stuff to get all the green coins or stars, whatever it was. I can't even remember. To actually get into Bowser's Castle. I don't think we would do another series on it. Although I will say, when I watched the trailer, I was like, I don't remember most of this. You can make a joke as to why that was.
A lot of it didn't look familiar to me.
The only thing I remember is getting on the friggin' Dilophosaurus, whatever the stupid dinosaur is, going down the waterfall and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I remember from that game. And I don't know. I prefer Mario to either be 3D like Odyssey and Galaxy or 2D. But 3D World being that weird in between, I don't know.
I did not like 3D Land.
Yeah.
I thought it was just very blah.
Bland.
3D World, I had a lot of fun with.
Yeah. I'm just making sure it's recording.
So, yeah, I don't know. I do think it's one of those games, like I originally thought incorrectly, that Sackboy would be, in that
Yeah.
I think I could still have fun playing by myself, but it's still the kind of game that is way more fun multiplayer.
If I get it, it will just be, what the hell? Let's just do it again.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be some good content.
I think so. What do you think about Bowser's Fury, though?
I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It seems kind of cool, like the giant cat Mario versus giant Calamity.
He's like,
Bowser.
and Bowser's like, and Mario's like,
Like that looks kind of cool, like very King Kong versus
fact that they
Godzilla, but like the actual
cat
game
giants.
itself, the fact that it's just one, and maybe it'll be more involved than I
I'm
think.
gonna end
But
up buying it. We'll at least do a Let's Play Bowser's Fury, I'm sure. We'll play through the world. Ah, damn it. I'm gonna buy it.
yeah,
All right, Sean, it's time for the wrap up. Coming January 21st, I know you're excited, and I am as well. There's a Resident Evil Village showcase coming on the 21st. It will include a guided tour, new trailer, and finally, for the first time, gameplay. Although I think we've seen little hints of gameplay there. Also, there will be a closed beta registration for something multiplayer Resident Evil related that day as well that you can sign up for in celebration of the 25th anniversary.
Do we have a release date?
The leaks have said April, but we don't have a date. I assume we get an official date in this.
I'm very excited for this game, but I also just know, kind of like the remake, I know it's not going to live up to 7. Like 3 didn't live up to 2.
Yeah, because it's the first time. Yeah.
So I'm very excited, but I also know it's not. And 7 was far from perfect, but the parts that it got right, my God, it
That
nailed.
first 2/3 or 75%.
This game may overall end up being a better game than 7, but I don't see any way that this at its best is as good as 7 at its best.
Yeah.
But it should still be fun.
I just can't wait to see more, and I hope we do get a date. Jason Schreier had a story this week about Cyberpunk's development, and obviously I didn't include it in the news, and the reason is I'm just friggin' sick of this stupid-ass game.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of it.
I'm sick of hearing about it at this point.
So at this point, they put out a BS apology video, and the next-gen versions will be coming in the second half of 2021. So if you still want to play that game on console, you're going to be waiting a while. I don't even care. Moving on. Jedi Fallen Order, we talked about it earlier. It is getting a next-gen update, which will provide 60 frames per second and improve resolution. Although on the PS5, it's not as good as the Series X, I will say that. Hogwarts Legacy has been delayed to 2022. This is going to be the first of very many games that are going to get delayed. It just is. We're still dealing with COVID. Get used to it. I saw an article on Push Square last couple of days that was saying, hey, 2021 is going to be a great time to get into your backlog, and I kind of think that's right.
I mean, once I finally finished Ghost.
Yeah. Well, we got Cyber Shadow, and hopefully the DLC for Immortals if you want to play that.
Yeah.
Universal Studios Japan has delayed the opening of Super Nintendo World indefinitely due to a state of emergency being declared in different prefectures. I don't know how to say that word. Prefectures, states, areas.
They always use that word in Ghost. I'm like, what does that mean? But yeah, I think it essentially means
States.
kind of like a state. Yeah.
New Pokemon Snap. Oh, I said it right. Is out April 30th. Are you excited?
Nope.
Okay. Dead Cells is getting their Fatal Falls DLC later this month, which will include new areas, enemies, and weapons. Saturday Showdown. Samurai Showdown announced that a Series X and S version is coming March 16th, which will include smart delivery and 120 frames per second. That's got to be super cool in a fighting game.
I feel like if you put 60 and 120 right next to one another, I feel like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Well,
now, maybe I've just never seen
My
120.
TV can only do 60, so I don't care.
I don't know what mine can do.
There was no mention of a PS5 upgrade, which is really weird.
Yeah.
6 years after release, Axiom Verge 1 is getting a randomized mode as a free update later this month.
I don't care. Just give me
put
two.
out 2.
Yeah.
Stray is hitting PS5 in October.
What is that?
That's the cat.
That
game.
cat thing?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think I care.
Ubisoft announced that Riders Republic, which is an open-world extreme sports game, I guess it's like the spiritual successor to, what was it called? Steep? That's what you do with T. Was it called Steep? I think it was called Steep. Anyways, it's delayed until later in 2021. And that's why you stuck around this late in the podcast. That's it for episode 216. Thank you all so much for being here. As you know, we are part of the Nerd 901 family, so go to nerd901.com for all things nerdy and what?
If we're still doing this about 2 years from now, when we get to episode 316, we're both doing a Stone Cold.
I will. We're both shaving our heads. I'll do it.
Walter White.
What? So, oh my god,
It'll be
that
right
might
around
be like
Christmas.
the New Year's episode. That would be freaking crazy.
Yeah, we're doing a Stone
I
Cold.
can't grow a goatee, but I'll draw one. But I'll shave my head. If we get to 316,
I won't, but I'll do.
Well, then we'll do a fake. We'll do the Meredith bald cap. Nerd901.com. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at KevinWhite24. He's at Real Sean White. Together we're at 2player_co-op. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for being here for 216 episodes. And until the next time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.